they can fit in my rucksack, I'm taking them.
Whoa. Looks like the battle here was intense.
The Master Diviner must have launched the campaign while we were delayed in the Artisanship Commission.
Time is of the essence. The most important task for the Xianzhou Luofu is suppressing the Stellaron. General Jing Yuan tasked the Master Diviner with commanding the Cloud Knights. He would have known she'd act on the results of her divination.
Thank goodness the General didn't make us go with the Knights. Fighting is totally different from adventuring. All these people, It's tough to bear.
I'm afraid this is nothing, benefactor. Centuries ago, an emanator of abundance besieged the Lafu with the aim of taking the ambrosial arbor. They destroyed half our delves and killed most of the Cloud Knights. For long-life species, such events are more like yesterday's memories than ancient history. This awful spectacle is child's play in comparison.
Hey, is that supposed to make us feel better?
It's hard to tell if the Master Diviner won or lost here.
A draw? This isn't a tournament, you know. I can't see many Cloud Knights. The Xianzhou must have fought well.
Not necessarily. There'd usually be a base with supporting forces set up after a successful engagement, but we don't see any of that. Let's look around and see if we can find some clues.
Be careful. Those monsters are pretty tough. Here! There are still survivors here!
You're not the Knights. What is your purpose here? It's dangerous.
We're reinforcements sent by the General. Where's everyone else?
Resorting to short-life species as reinforcements. Jingyuan is truly running out of options.
Run! She's a disciple of Sanctus Medicus!
Silence. If my healing worked, you'll become one of us. And then it's not just me they'll be running from.
Hurry! Leave here! I can't control myself anymore!
Wait for the ties. Stay calm. This sucks. Commencing research. I think something bit me.
Leave it to me. Let's go.
Perfect.
Let's begin. Stand down.
The lives of short-life species are so fleetingly brief. Why seek death?
Nothing will survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice. This is our chance.
My turn. Choose new strike. Luck of the draw. Please. And... victory!
Let's begin. This is our chance.
Wait for the time. Specimen sight.
Why did you come to the Xianzhou? To seek immortality? You don't have to appease Jingyuan. The disciples of Sanctus Medicus can provide all that you desire.
Rules are made to be broken.
When they keep quiet, Commencing research. Deep breaths. Tasty.
Just a scratch.
Let's begin.
This is our chance.
My turn. Specimen sighted.
Leave it to me. Go. This is our chance.
Choose from strike. Perfect.
Let's begin.
Hold on. We'll find someone to help.
Don't waste your time. They've converted me. I don't have much longer. Go! The Master Diviner's troops are ahead.
Let's go.
Was that the wind?
I could use some of your luck.
What was that?
Feeling lucky.
The disciples of Sanctus Medicus were in hiding for so long. Now they finally show their face. Did the Master Diviner fail to foresee this? Be careful, benefactors. The disciples of Sanctus Medicus worship Yaoshut, the Plague's author, the greatest enemy of the Xianzhou. The Alliance has been trying to root out their secret organization for millennia. It's no coincidence that they've chosen this moment to reveal themselves.
Who goes there? Show yourselves! Wait, it's you. Quickly, in here! It's dangerous outside.
You recognize us?
Are you not the General's guests? The Master Diviner prophesied your arrival. We were ordered to wait for you under any circumstances. Yes, the Master Diviner ordered us to remain stationed here and went to scout ahead. They're saying the disciples of Sanctus Medicus have returned. They haven't been seen for an age. The troops are anxious. It's good that you're here. The Master Diviner said the Knights weren't to move out until you arrived. Please wait in the camp. We'll decide on our next steps once the Master Diviner returns.
That the Cloud Knights received orders not to advance is a bad sign. The Disciples of Sanctus Medicus. I've heard the name before. If memory serves, they're an underground sect of the Abundance that's said to have lain dormant within the Xianzhou, plotting to overthrow the Alliance. The Stellaron has certainly caused Abundance-like abnormalities. Is that what motivated the Disciples to come out of the shadows? No. The Knight's main force remains intact. Something must have happened. Something we're not aware of. The Master Diviner isn't here. Let's head into camp and see what we can learn from the troops here.
Good idea. Why don't you take a look around, benefactors? My feet need a rest.
The auspicious jade helps you foresee the future. The auspicious jade helps you foresee the future.
You want to ask questions? Fine. But I must be present the whole way through. This part needs to be recorded as testimony.
Finally, someone to talk to. These Cloud Knights are so serious, so boring. What did we do? We cured our kin. It must hurt to be trapped in such weak flesh and blood.
You scum! If the Order allowed, I would cut you down now.
Oh, you don't understand. A short-life species couldn't understand. Mara struck? Bah! It's a second life gifted by Sanctus Medicus to eliminate the self, to achieve transcendence, a life of true freedom. I see a desire for power in your eyes. This life is too short for you, isn't it? I can help you.
Don't listen. His words are poison.
We're just having fun, sir. Without the blessing of the abundance, you short-life species would never be able to endure the transformation.
Forgive me for being brief. Warfare is a dangerous business. There's no time for idle chat. We took over this place a few hours ago under the Master Diviner's command. It was only afterwards that we learned our enemies were none other than the disciples of Sanctus Medicus, those who worship the plague's author. Everything was going as planned. The sorcerers of the disciples and the fantastic creatures they commanded were no match for us. Then, after a while, our comrades suddenly started to slaughter one another. Thanks for your intel. I'll dispatch someone immediately. The greatest fear of the Xianzhou people is succumbing to our Mara-struck form around others. To do so means that we have given up on being human. Lost the abomination sleeping in our immortal blood, and violated the Rainbow's admonishments. What the disciples of Sanctus Medicus did are despicable acts that every Alliance resident detests. I swear to the Arbiter that I will avenge my comrades.
When the Master Diviner gets back, we might be in for tough times. It's making me a little nervous. Are you ready?
Today's fortune is...
When the Master Diviner gets back. Are you ready?
Just thinking about work gives me a full-body migraine.
Thousands of years.
Ah, you're back. From the sound of your stride, I sense you're in good spirits. I wouldn't be envious. This is not an innate ability, merely compensation for my visual impairment. Ultimately, nothing I hear or smell can match the vividness of the colors that you perceive. Let's get down to business. I analyzed the prescription you procured, the draft of Draconic Surge. Now that I have a preliminary conclusion, it needs to be delivered to the seat of Divine Foresight. The conclusion. Put simply, I don't believe that the draft of Draconic Surge holds the cure to the Mara. Even in the foreseeable future, there will likely not be any such cure. I've compiled the details into a written analysis. If you're interested, feel free to take a look. This is a copy of pharmacological studies on the draft of Draconic Surge. If the Chief Counselor wants to see it urgently, I'll have to ask you to deliver it for me.
That tree remained dead for thousands of years.
Would you like me to relay your message?
You're back. Anything you wanted to share? Wow. Even for those alchemists, that was fast. Don Shu. Wait, why would the Alchemy Commission's chief alchemist be away from her post? I've heard that the chief alchemist is visually impaired. She rarely leaves the Alchemy Commission delve. She has a vast knowledge and expertise. No wonder she was able to analyze the pharmacology so quickly. Let me see her report. No cure? Where did these villains get their hands on such a complex prescription? This is infuriating. Still, this is a clue we can follow. Thank you. Please accept these gifts for your efforts. Please, take them. You've done so much for the Lafu, for the Xianzhou. This is the least I could do.
That tree remained dead for thousands of years.
and it figured now's a good time to come back to life?
Thank you for coming on such short notice. My stay in Exalting Sanctum was supposed to be focused on treating people and delivering medicine. But the Seat of Divine Foresight tasked me with analyzing the prescription. I've been severely delayed. I've already concocted some of the medicine in question, but there can't be any further delays. Could you assist me in ensuring it arrives on time? Thank you. The patient in question is a little girl. If she's gotten into any trouble, be sure to let me know when you get back. This is the medicine. Her house is near the Court of Tranquility. It shouldn't be hard to find her.
Is this the one Dan Shu sent me to find? Does she come here to treat other sightless people?
Aw, little Miss Lady can't see ahead, can't see right, can't see left. Heads to the east, ends up west.
She's stuck! She can't get down!
Hey, what you looking at, Outworlder? Mind your own business!
Who do you think you are? Keep your nose out of this. I beat people up all the time.
Yeah, get lost! Stop meddling in our business!
Boss!
Stop yelling and help me up already!
They used some kind of hidden power! I saw it! You're a cheater!
That's right. If you hadn't cheated, I would have knocked your lights out.
You sure about that, boss? They didn't even flinch. Ugh! Shut up! Boss, let's get out of here. We shouldn't fight anyone that doesn't respect martial arts.
I'll let you off the hook this time. Next time we fight fair and square.
Yeah!
Thank you for helping me, mister. I'm okay. It's my fault. I shouldn't have wandered off on my own. Then I wouldn't have run into those guys. They always laugh at me for being blind. They like to trip me up and steal my things. Thank goodness you were here. Otherwise, they wouldn't have let me off so easily. Oh, Don Shu asked you to come? Things are bad on Olafu recently. Don Shu must be very busy. Thank you, mister. Remember to thank her for me.
Why does she wander about alone? Well, I've delivered the medicine. I should report back to Dan Shu.
That tree remained dead for thousands of years.
How was she? Did you deliver the medicine? She reminds me of myself when I was a child. I also had to find my way in the dark, face obstacles I couldn't predict, as well as deal with unconscious prejudices people had against me. If I was ever injured by bullies or after a fall, I'd run crying to the healers at the Alchemy Commission and ask them to heal me. I suppose that's why I followed in their footsteps, to pay a little kindness forward. Thank you for looking after the child. Could I ask you for another favor, friend? Yes. I worry about her wandering around on her own. And I want to know what's been on her mind lately. Her parents passed away in the denizens of Abundance Wars. The relatives who took her in aren't close to her. And whenever I treat her, she often confides in me. A healer's medicine might remedy one's physical health, but sometimes the loneliness and hurt inside one's heart needs companionship and care to heal. She told me that whenever she's feeling troubled, she finds a quiet corner in the Artisanship Commission and just sits there, letting the sounds wash over her. Her parents used to be artisans in the commission, so I think she has some nostalgic connection to the place. In all likelihood, that's where she'll be. There's danger around every corner these days, especially for a sightless child. Let's go.
Never be dull. Come to Bonds of Love to find your perfect match. Good quality, good price. Hassle-free chartering.
What's happening? Is the girl in trouble?
Help!
Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
Please, and victory!
It's all right. Everything's okay now, Xiaoyu.
Thank you, big brother. Thank you, Anshu.
You don't need to be scared anymore. He is here.
When I think about all the trouble I've caused you two, I feel like such a burden. I'm sorry.
Is that why you're crying? Maybe you should start getting used to this feeling. Because in the next few centuries, visually impaired people like us will continue to require help from everyone we meet. So, if a little bit of guilt like this is enough to break your heart, then how will you manage such an arduous path? I'm not trying to console her. This is the reality. Walking alone in the darkness, fearing every incoming, invisible obstacle, unable to understand other people's descriptions. Everyone, everything is like a hot coal in the dark. Invisible, yet still able to burn you. As a long-life species, she can expect life to continue like this for nearly 1,000 years. She must learn to depend upon herself rather than just foolishly waiting around for the next hero to swoop in and save her. Yes, by trying my best to change her personal circumstances. In the meantime, she'll have to learn to withstand the darkness. Just as I have.
Hey, you're right, Anshu. From now on, I'll do my best to rely on myself.
Good. I hope you remember this. Forever. This place is too dangerous. Let's head back to Exalting Sanctum. Thank you again for all you've done. It would seem we incomplete ones are often bullied from a tender age. I endured numerous hardships to become Chief Alchemist. Yet, there are still things that leave me feeling helpless. That's the reason I said what I said. You might mistake my words for being hurtful. But the truth is, no amount of words can prepare her for what lies ahead. For long-life species, these things are permanent. Whether we are beautiful or ugly, tall or short, wise or foolish, all of it is encoded into our flesh from the moment we are born. The impairments of short-life species can be corrected with ingenia or surgery. But that's an impossibility for Xianzhou natives. No matter the method employed, our bodies will eventually return to their original states. I too was once a non-believer. I fooled myself into acquiring artificial eye implants. Soon thereafter, my sightless eyes began to regenerate, and I was left in pain and despair. That brief window of sight that I regained has turned into a perpetual source of anguish, forever etched into my mind. For long-life species, this incompleteness is a permanent, unavoidable penance. What a joke. Even the denizens of abundance, so-called abominations, needn't endure such torture. Perhaps we incomplete ones are merely traitors, cursed by the plague's author. It's nothing. Forget I said anything. Thank you for sticking with me through all of this. I think my aspirations in Exalting Sanctum have been met, for now. Oh, I have a gift for you. Though I'll need a little time to prepare it. I'll contact you once it's ready to collect. See you soon, friend.
Mr. CN said that making bookworms feel at home is more important than getting them to buy something. All we ask is that you find a quiet spot away from the browsing areas. Looks like the person you were waiting for has gotten in touch. Safe travels. Oh, maybe buy a book next time?
There you are, friend. You've been running so many errands lately. I'd like for you to take some useful items away with you. Examining the exhibits in the Seat of Divine Foresight inspired me to create this. I referenced some historical texts and concocted a medicine that can extend your lifespan and improve your health. I call it the Broomdew Concentrate Pellet, and I'd like you to have it. Consuming it will make your body light, agile, and promote longevity and well-being. As a nameless, it'll make your journey a much less arduous one. Well then, that's that. I've still got some other business to attend to, so shall we say goodbye for now? Perhaps the next time we meet, I'll be able to see you, in the true sense of the word.
It's not that I don't trust Danshu, but this doesn't seem like something I should take lightly. Something feels off. I'd better talk to Qingzu at the Seat of Divine Foresight.
Would you like me to relay your message?
It's been a while. To what does the Seat of Divine Foresight owe the pleasure? I understand. You say you have suspicions about this pellet she gave you? How about this? Leave this Broomdew Concentrate pellet with me, and I'll find someone to run a few tests on it. I need to find a trustworthy alchemist, so you'll need to wait here a while. It isn't easy to find trustworthy people like yourself in these perilous times. Thank the stars you were wise enough not to take that pellet. My alchemists were able to extract many forbidden components. The result is identical to the disciple's mysterious prescription. I had a suspicion that there might be a spy in the Alchemy Commission, but I never expected it to be someone so high up in the organization. I'll put out a wanted notice for Danshu immediately, If you find any trace of her, get in touch with me. Take this D-Ting with you. It might just help you find this friend.
That tree remained dead for
Don Shu isn't here. Where could she be? I've got it. Don Shu's medicine box has her scent on it. I'll ask the D-Ting that Qingzu lent me to track her. Time to come out, little D-Ting. I need you to help me find Don Shu.
Just another walk in the park. I could use some of your luck.
That's Don Shu. With a group of disciples? I guess that tells me all I need to know.
Master, stand back. Let me handle this.
Stand down. He's a friend.
Many of our brethren have fallen by his hands.
Yes, I am aware.
But
I said he's my friend. Leave us.
yes, Master.
I didn't expect you to come looking for me. So they do. I am master of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus, scion of merciful Medicus, and I shall lead the entire Xianzhou Alliance onto the path of abundance. Did you ingest the Broomdew concentrate pellet I gave you? That which the elixir seekers that arrive on the Xianzhou dream of. The formula to immortality. To take it is to initiate the transformation from a short-lived species into a Xianzhou person or an abomination, depending on your perception. Please believe me when I say that never once have I thought about harming you. I merely wanted to offer you the chance to obtain immortality and freedom. Friend, please, I urge you to leave the Luofu. Abandon this struggle. The truth isn't what it appears to be. What did the minions at the seat of divine foresight tell you about this conflict? That the Rainbow Arbiter is the emissary of the righteous? That the Arbiter is chasing the heathen plagues author across the stars, while the disciples of Sanctus Medicus abet their heresy? Do you really think that is the case? You don't understand merciful Medicus, nor the devilish archer author, but you understand me. Do you see me as such? A heretic? I do not ask for you to pick a side. I just wish for you to leave the Luofu, to leave this all behind. This isn't your fight, and I do not wish to make an enemy of you. Most unfortunate. Had you known me first, perhaps we could have been good friends.
Master, we should leave now.
I sincerely wish that this will be our last meeting. Farewell, Nameless.
Rules are made to be broken.
Merciful Medicus!
Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
Secret of the saints!
Rules are made to be broken.
Immortality!
I'd better report my findings to Qingzu at the seat of divine foresight.
Come on, my turn. Deep breaths. I think something bit me.
Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
Please, and victory! Just thinking about work gives me a full-body migraine.
Would you like me to relay your message?
How did it go? Did you manage to locate Don Shu? So you weren't able to apprehend her. I see. These people have been in hiding for so long. They must have a more nefarious plan. I've got to apprehend them quickly. Once again, thank you for all your help. With your intel, we will put a stop to Don Shu. Jing Yuan tells me you'll be joining the forces led by the Alchemy Commission and Master Diviner. I won't take up any more of your time. Please, take good care of yourself. If you run into Don Shu again, contact the nearest Cloud Knights. Take this as a token of my appreciation. You deserve it.
Master Diviner, you're back.
I have kept you waiting, but the deceit of the disciples is laid bare to me now. Apologies. To avoid dissemination of intelligence, the General and I kept the involvement of the disciples to ourselves. It is a clandestine organization that seeks to overthrow the Alliance. Before the Stellaron disaster, the disciples had remained veiled in shadow for years. Their emergence reflects their intricate connection to this calamity.
The conflict is difficult, Master Diviner, but you have led your forces from the front lines and beyond in pursuit of the enemy. Admirable work.
Hardly. A diviner must acquire first-hand knowledge in order to calculate the future. Collecting intelligence in this way assists me in achieving the right answer. Wait, what's all this about a difficult conflict? The disciples of Sanctus Medicus have been scheming for a long time, but our army is in no way inferior. How can things be so difficult? It would seem you came prepared.
The first time we met Madame Yukong, she said something like, "This is a Xianzhou affair, and there's no need for the Express to get involved." And now here we are running around doing everything. Even the IPC takes it easier on us. Let me guess, what are we up to this time? Could it be heading to the front lines? Leading the Cloud Knight charge? Well, try this on for size. Nope! I can't stand any more of this fighting, so there.
Who said you'd be heading to the battlefield?
We're not?
Jingyuan's orders. He said that the value of unexpected guests lies in the unexpected. The Cloud Knight's assault was to demonstrate our power to the enemy head-on. Now it is time for the unexpected. Please, come with me. After receiving the Ambrosial Arbor, the Alchemy Commission was once the Luofu's most vital commission. After all, it was they who changed the Xianzhou natives into long-life species. But in the end, the alchemists grew discontented and began to obsess over the manipulation of life. Research into the arbor poisoned their minds. The more they pursued it, the more they longed for it.
Was that the wind?
Morning bells chime in a dream. Evening mist gathers around me. Do you see that?
What huge elixir crucibles. There's still smoke coming out of them.
This is where the alchemists practiced the way of immortality in ancient times. They erected elixir crucibles here to absorb the power of the arbor, turning fantasy into reality. Since the smoke from the crucibles never ceases, this place was named Eve Mist Mansion. An elegant name, but as far as the art of war is concerned, it's a death trap. As long as the crucibles are lit and the smoke continues to linger, we cannot get any closer.
This is why the Cloud Knights lost control and became Mara-struck?
Indeed. The disciples of Sanctus Medicus infuse the smoke that permeates this delve with medicinal pellets that elicit Mara. Unless the Cloud Knights were able to march with their breath held, they would be doomed to fall into disarray. Moreover, no one can know whether their comrade was about to be stricken with Mara. Is there anything better than fear for destroying the morale of an army?
The Cloud Knights' first assault was just a cover. You're using the main army to attract the enemy's attention, while we douse the elixir crucibles and stop the smoke.
The disciples of Sanctus Medicus renounced their century of secrecy and chose to reveal themselves, meaning they feel confident of victory. But no matter how well prepared they may be, their focus has always been the Cloud Knights. They are completely unaware of your existence and capacity, and in short, cannot be prepared against you. Indeed, this demonic vapor is a weapon targeted against the Cloud Knights. The ambrosial arbor is taboo for the Luofu, and the Xianzhou alliance has always been fiercely independent. The disciples of Sanctus Medicus could never have guessed that the general would seek outside help. They won't be prepared against short-life species.
Is this what General Jingyuan meant by unexpected guests?
I wouldn't hazard a guess. All I can say is that the predictions of the Stellaron hunters were more accurate than mine. The future that Kafka seeks is becoming reality, one step at a time. Rather, only this way leads to the known best result. If we can afford to choose, then none would choose to leap off a cliff. Besides, this is not my decision alone. The duty of the Master Diviner is to bring luck and avoid misfortune. I don't want my choice to plunge the Luofu into a terrible future. To return to the matter at hand, only you can douse the elixir crucibles without being harmed by them. What say you?
Fine. I didn't hear a please, but seeing as we do kinda have superpowers around here, Mr. Yang, what do you think?
I will come at once when the smoke dissipates. You won't be left to fend for yourselves.
Huh. I feel like even though long-life species get to live forever, they aren't so different from us short-life species when it comes to worries and suffering. Wait, Miss Tingyun! Why are you still here? You're too close to the crucible!
Thank you for the concern, but I'm fine. The general commanded me to stay with you. I dare not go against military orders.
Your life is more important, Miss Tingyun. Go back. We can explain to the General.
There's really no need. I've spent my years traveling the universe. Not to mention, I'm younger and stronger than I look. Even you benefactors have probably lived longer than me.
Not. Seems like the smoke is getting thinner.
Not thin enough. We need to hurry.
Rules are made to be broken.
The galaxy is vast beyond compare.
Upgrade configured.
This big diamond, it's all yours! Time to twirl!
Gotcha, my turn. How am I gonna get that time back?
Who goes there?
Luke.
Rules are made to be broken.
Time to twirl! Time to twirl! This big diamond, it's all yours!
How am I gonna get that time back?
Was that the wind?
Yay, we did it! Can't see the smoke anymore.
Excellent. I'll lead my troops to the rendezvous. Upgrade configured.
Time to twirl! Time to twirl!
So, you succeeded in dousing the elixir cauldrons. Unimportant. The inevitable is already upon us.
Danshu. It's you.
I have met you before in my capacity as Chief Alchemist, Master Diviner. You don't seem surprised.
Indeed. The General and I knew that the disciples of Sanctus Medicus must be hiding in the Alchemy Commission. However, without evidence, we couldn't bring charges before the commissions. We had to wait for you to show yourselves. And now, your charges are many. Drawing Stellaron spirits into the Xianzhou, resurrecting the Ambrosial Arbor, striking down our people with Mara. The Ten Lords Commission will address these transgressions during your reckoning.
Crimes? If I am guilty, then all of our Xianzhou ancestors are also guilty. They were the ones who accepted the blessings of the abundance and turned their descendants into long-life species. The disciples of Sanctus Medicus are only walking on the road our ancestors once took. How is it a crime to seek ascendance? In days of old, the roots of the ambrosial arbor enveloped the Xianzhou Lafu like a living creature. We controlled the stellar seas, and none could stand in our way. Everyone could become celestial and shift form at will. Divine miracles descended onto all 9 Xianzhou ships. What a glorious time that was. How far the Xianzhou has fallen. We consent to be commanded by the devilish archer. Suffer continuously at the hands of the denizens of abundance. And the Ten Lords Commission even forces us to give up our immortality. How pitiful. I do not blame you for your ignorance. We were not born in the era when the ambrosial arbor first descended, nor did we witness its miracles. But now, we now have an opportunity to restore the ancient laws.
Forgive me for thinking you might have harbored some profound enlightenment. Yours is the same old talk of those who seek power and give up on their humanity. Our Xianzhou ancestors fought side by side with the Arbiter, laid waste to the Arbor, and established the Ten Lords Commission to lay down the lines between life and death. In doing so, we enshrined our future as human beings. Celestials? There are no Celestials on the Xianzhou. The divine miracles of the abundance, the manipulation of life and death. Your deeds are nothing but evil.
I have nothing to say to you, Master Diviner. You have already made your decision. You have discarded power. A most foolish choice. Master Diviner, allow me to show you what the Celestials were capable of.
Honored to meet me.
Rules are made to be broken.
Time to twirl!
When they keep quiet. Perfect.
Time to twirl!
Merciful Medicus, hear my call.
Time to twirl!
Do you know who I...
This big diamond! It's all yours! Time to twirl! Specimen sighted. Here, try this. Tasty.
Of immortality.
Let's go.
Commencing research. Deep breaths. How appropriate.
My turn.
Look at the draw. Please. And... victory!
Entangle!
To travel far... How appropriate.
Let's make it quick.
Rules are made to be broken.
What do
are you looking at? Perfect. Do you know who I am? This big diamond! It's all yours! Time to twirl! Here, try this!
Much better. Let's go.
Honored to meet me. Specimen sighted. Deep breaths. How appropriate.
Grasp of nature to my heart's content. Your life's vines and veins.
Let's make it quick.
What are you looking at? Commencing research. My turn. Choose when to strike.
Grasp of nature, reaper.
Honored to meet me. Here, try this. Taste. Wait for the ties. Wow.
Why? She said. The ambrosial arbor's descent will bring us undying bodies. The one who gave us the Stellaron said that. Vantilia, the disciples of Sanctus Medicus have fulfilled our promise. You, Lord Ravager, must do the same. Now, quickly.
Little pawn, must you force me to intervene directly? I'm loath to flout my philosophy of destruction. Never mind. It would seem the time has come for other means of dismantling the Xianzhou from within. What a shame. It would have been nice to observe for a little longer. You received the gift of abundance.
Surely you can withstand the blessing of destruction.
Miss Pinyud!
Benefactors, allow me to reintroduce myself. I am Lord Ravager Vantilia. I have come with a single purpose: to set in motion the self-destruction of the Xianzhou.
It's all yours! Miss Pinyud is the Lord Ravager of the Antimatter Legion? But how can that be? Keep calm, all of you. This is a formidable enemy. We have to stay together. Time to twirl! Time to twirl! My turn. Specimen sighted. Here, try this!
Much
I think something bit me. Time to twirl!
Let's make it quick.
You are fortunate that Zephyro and Selenova never set their gaze upon the Xianzhou. They have no qualms about dealing out destruction by their own hand. But since that stubborn general of yours has forced me to take center stage, I'll make sure I steal the show. My apologies for leaving so soon, but I have an appointment to keep. I'm sure my friends here will be happy to entertain you.
Let's go.
What are you looking at? My turn. Commencing research. Deep breaths. Taste.
Let's make it quick.
Honored to meet me. Specimen sighted. Here, try this.
Much better.
Wait for the tides to travel far. Taste. This sucks.
Let's go.
Time to twirl. Commencing research. Deep breaths.
Just a scratch.
Choose when to strike.
Let's make it quick. Rules are made to be broken.
Oh dear. Wait for the tiles. Wow, my turn. Wait, hold on a second. Are you really saying that Miss Ting-Yun was a member of the Antimatter Legion all along? And what was that fire that came out of her? And her body? Where did it go? Mr. Yang, you're smart. What happened just now?
The flame we witnessed claimed to be Lord Ravager Fantilia, a name I've heard other nameless speak of in the past. She's one of 7 Lord Ravagers who serve Nanook, and finds pleasure in witnessing the self-destruction of mortals. She's led countless souls down a dark and hopeless path.
Meaning that Ting-Yun had long since fallen under the Lord Ravager's influence?
I don't believe so. Fantilia revels in watching a corrupted mind eating away its host from inside out, until the obliteration of both is achieved. But there was no indication that Ting-Yun had been misguided or manipulated. It's possible that the Ting-Yun we knew wasn't her true self, but an image Fantilia devised to serve her own purposes.
You're saying that the real Ting-Yun is still...
I'm sorry, March. I can't say with any certainty where the real Ting-Yun may be, or at what point she was replaced by the imposter. Without knowing where the body vanished to, it'll be tough to get an answer. At this point, it's all just conjecture and hope. But if that body belonged to the real Ting-Yun, it does raise the question of why Fantilia would go to such lengths to destroy any evidence of her. Wouldn't it be more in line with her destructive nature to leave Ting-Yun's remains behind as a display of power? I believe this to be Fantilia's goal, to sow seeds of doubt among us and ensnare us in a malevolent trap.
It's clear that the sudden resurgence of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus is all connected to the Lord Ravager. Pretending to be a Xianzhou citizen, planting a Stellaron in the Luofu, all part of her plan to bring about our self-destruction. Vantilia is aiming for the Ambrosial Arbor. If she succeeds, the Luofu will be deprived of its roots, making its destruction all too easy. We must stop her. We need to take a star skiff to Scale Gorge Waterscape. The Ambrosial Arbor can be sealed from that delve. Let's make haste. That imposter had the audacity to carry out her nefarious plans right under our noses. How utterly despicable. What worries me more is just how many more antimatter saboteurs are at large.
It all happened so suddenly. But looking back, I think Mr. Yang was right. Ting Yun was behaving strangely. She was fascinated with the Abundance's creations.
Since she was an Amicastor dispatched by the Skyfaring Commission, it's evident that there must indeed be a person with her name in the commission. We'll have to let the Cloud Knights get to the bottom of what happened to the real Ting Yun. As for the Ting Yun who accompanied us all that way, it's like what Mr. Yang said. Her appearance was designed to sow seeds of doubt among us. We cannot allow ourselves to fall into her trap. It is a delve governed by the Vidyadhara, supposedly an ancient oceanic region transferred from the Vidyadhara home planet. After the Ambrosial Arbor was broken in two during the war, its roots were left gnarled and broken. Yet it never died. The Alliance decided to seal the arbor within Scale Gorge Waterscape, entrust it to the High Elders of the Vidyadhara, and rely on the power of Long Scions to constrain it. It has been so long. No one knows whether the seal remains. Even if it does, I doubt it will hinder that spectral Lord Ravager. I've reported the current situation to the Seat of Divine Foresight. He made no further contact after we communicated at the Matrix of Prescience. He said he had important matters to personally attend to. The situation stands on the edge of a precipice. We must trust in the General.
This is... Huh? You're pretty familiar with this place. Yep, it's the Alchemy Commission. No wonder we were getting those military broadcasts on the way over. Something about the Cloud Knights gathering here, right? They're probably coming to fix the Stellaron problem. It's been such a long journey, but now we're finally gonna meet some Cloud Knights. I'll be back with my unit. I didn't lie to you, right? I told you I'd bring you somewhere safe, and I did. Though, we did take a bit of a detour.
Before I arrived in Starskiff Haven, I had a diviner read my fortune for the journey ahead. He told me not to be concerned with the destination, but to seize my chances and travel with the current to reap the greatest harvest.
Meaning?
Meaning, thank you, Miss Sushang.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna go report to the nearest captain. You guys can hang around here, but don't run off too far. There'll be Cloud Knights coming to escort you back soon. Bye for now.
The messages never get sent. I wonder what's happening with those three. The Cloud Knights seem to be gathering for the Stellaron disaster. But why did Kafka want us to come here? What happened to them? And what happened to Blade? I've delayed for too long. I need more information. I'm sorry, I have to catch up to my friends. Thank you for looking out for me on this journey. Both of you.
What a huge cauldron.
This aureate cauldron is driven by the cloud hymn magic of our people, the Vidyadhara. It drinks the water of the ancient sea like a whale swallows the tide and refines it into medicinal pellets. All the elixir crucibles that the Vidyadhara helped to construct contain cloud hymn magic. You should take this chance to learn more, young master.
But I don't need any sort of device to help me command water. What more is there to learn?
You are indeed the chosen one, with endless potential. Yet, cloud hymn magic is just the beginning.
Of Vidyadhara Mirajago? Have these shadows of the past yet to disperse? These memories... No. They have nothing to do with me anymore.
They say that you're Lung's power incarnate. Is that true?
Long. I was exiled from the Xianzhou. I'm no longer one of the Scions of Permanence.
I doubt I will be here to see you take charge. No need to feel aggrieved. Vidyadhara go through cycles of life and death, existing forever in this world. By the time you are the High Elder, my hatching rebirth will be complete, and I will be a child once again. Please take care of me. Surging power. It's you. You've returned, High Elder. Something terrible is happening in Scale Gorge Waterscape. Please, don't go any further. Your enemies are waiting for you.
I'm sorry. I cannot linger here. My friends have left. I must find them.
You didn't heed us then, and won't heed us now. As headstrong as you always were. It seems you already made your decision. There is a vessel bound for Scale Gorge Waterscape, located ahead.
He's here.
Right on time.
That feeling, Kafka. It's welling up within me. That feeling. It's...
Well, don't resist. Let the Mara strike you.
You're here. It's time to pay the price! It's time! You think changing form will help you escape? Escape.
I've told you and that woman many times. I am Dan Heng. I've nothing to do with your past.
Dan Heng. You think another name and face can blot out the sin of your past? You didn't even experience death. I will force this suffering upon you, Dan Heng. You will know the pain of death.
Not on my watch. You're not murdering anyone today, fugitive. You're coming with me.
Jing Yuan's lapdog. Did the general not teach you to choose your battles wisely?
Hey, move back. Things are about to... Huh? You look so familiar.
Look out!
Quit hiding. Your true self revealed.
Stop! You...
I have news for you, boy. Behind you is none other than the traitor of the Xianzhou. A criminal forever banished. The High Elder of the Vidyadhara, Imbibitor Lunae. You really thought the Stellaron hunters were the only ones to infiltrate the Xianzhou?
In that case, I'll bring both of you to justice! I've heard of you, Imbibitor Lunae. First it was the Stellaron hunters, now an exiled criminal has infiltrated the Xianzhou. Sword, heed me!
I have no interest in stoking conflict. I came to ensure the safety of my friends.
Save your excuses for the shackling prison.
of the way!
Better, but I'm afraid you won't be seeing your friends. They're caught in their own bitter struggle.
Silence! You're not getting away.
Is that so? Let's heat things up then. Kafka?
Lady, listen to me. Unleash the Mara.
So it begins. Failed to send you.
Surrender!
What's wrong? Afraid to hurt the boy?
I wonder if the others are okay. Gotta make this quick.
Failed to send you.
You two just won't give up. I only have one choice.
So familiar. Did she teach you? Then you deserve no...
Can't delay any longer. I didn't wish to harm anyone.
This isn't over.
All of you listen to me. Stop. Well, Blady, are you satisfied?
What did you do?
I'm just clearing the stage for the grand entrance. Can't have you three misbehaving in front of the Lafu's hotshot general.
Qing Yuan.
General!
Many years have passed since the two of you departed the Xianzhou, and yet the circumstances of your return appear to be equally unhappy. If you still thought of me as a friend, you should have forewarned me.
My task is complete.
That it is. Thank you for assisting the Xianzhou in this small matter. Take this person away. I will pretend I didn't see anything this time.
General,
Now is not the time. It has been a long time, old friend.
I'm not him.
I'm sorry. You cannot leave yet. Your Astral Express friends are waiting for you in Scale Gorge Waterscape. Shall we go and see them together? Lunarescent Depths, a realm of singular beauty. Scale Gorge Waterscape is the same as when I last laid eyes on it. And here we stand so different from one another. The flesh of long-life species may be immortal, but the constant of heaven and earth eludes them.
You know the Vidyadhara hatching rebirth cycle, General. The waters of the ancient sea have cleansed Danfeng of his past sin. The person that once stood here alongside you is no more. I am Dan Heng, Whether Don Feng was hero or villain has nothing to do with me. I bore his punishment, accepted my eternal banishment without complaint. But do not let his shadow cloud your estimation of me, General.
Raising old nets only darkens the water, an exercise in unhappiness. Perhaps it is your visage, the horns on your head, or the unmistakable air of the High Elder that makes the separation nigh impossible for me.
I already told you,
You did. But to what effect? If words alone were enough to change the heart, this world would be without quarrel. If you wish to rid me of the illusion of Don Feng, you must do something for me. Before I can let Don Feng die and revoke your banishment edict, I need him to do me one final favor. I can guarantee you that when it is done, you will no longer walk in anyone's shadow aboard the Luofu.
I may not be capable of the things that Don Feng was capable of.
You must do it, or my promise will count for naught. If you wish to blame someone, blame your previous incarnation. Had he not committed that terrible sin, had the power of dragon transmutation been passed on intact, I would have no need to compel you. It is as I said. Here we stand so different from one another. Don Feng is no more. Now, there is only Don Heng. But I am the general of the Luofu. There are things that I wish I did not have to do, and yet I must. Let us talk of happier tidings. The friends you made on the Express are here. Do you wish to see them?
You brought them here?
Yes. They are waiting in the Dragon Vista Rain Hall. Go. Your friends are waiting for you. I have been keeping careful watch against the abominations of abundance, the Stellaron hunters, and the disciples of Sanctus Medicus. But I never anticipated the Antimatter Legion. The hunt is far from over, yet all the while we find ourselves at war with other evil spirits. From this battle onward, the Alliance must fight the Legion to our dying breath, even if it means the end of the Luofu. Our intelligence tells us that the Legion are a mad and destructive war machine. Yet they never took up arms against the Alliance. The armies of the Seven Ravagers all have their own means of destruction. They are not to be taken lightly. Lord Ravager Fantilia favors internal collapse, which is why she masterminded the Stellaron crisis and urged the disciples of Sanctus Medicus out of the shadows. Now that her plot has been laid bare, she has no choice but to retreat. And yet that hardly suits her philosophy of destruction. There must be something more.
Her hatching rebirth is complete. She left me all alone. Still, I wait for the day of my rebirth. Endless waiting. As recorded in the ancient texts, this body of water was brought by my people from our homeworld. It formed part of the roiling deep. It is as pure here as it was there. Our dragon ancestors nurtured us with the water of life, and bestowed us with the permanence of the Videodora.
Do you know something? When Don Fong committed his great crime, the Ten Lords Commission advocated strongly for him to be destroyed. The Videodora, on the other hand, were split evenly in their favor and disfavor of the motion. The dragon transmutation inheritance was not intact after all. The senior Videodora hated you, yet did not dare to kill you. The Videodora were under great pressure. In order to placate the Ten Lords and Skyfaring Commissions, they performed an exuviation charm on Don Fong against his will. Still, they ensured that the charm contained a flaw, thinking that this would fool the Ten Lords Commission. The senior Videodora were sure of their scheme, but you cannot hide fire with paper.
Waters of the ancient sea, cleanse me. Waters of the ancient sea, protect me. This world's good karma is settled. This life's misfortune is erased.
Look, your friends are taking the fight to the Legion as we speak.
We need to help them. Let's go! Heaven's Surge. Rise!
Let's go.
A foregone conclusion.
Heaven's Surge. Break!
This is our chance.
Conflict is pitiless!
Told you I could fight.
Heaven's Surge. Rise!
Let's make it quick.
Here is thunder!
Tough luck running into me.
Heaven's Surge. Break!
This is our chance.
There's no time to lose. Conflict is pitiless!
My turn. Phew!
Heaven's Surge. Rise!
Follow my charge.
Rules are made to be broken.
Xingyuan, where have you been?
Forgive my late arrival, Lady Fu. We are indebted to you and your forces. The Seat of Divine Foresight relayed the battle reports to me. As for Fantilia's plan...
The Ambrosial Arbor. That's her focus. Lord Ravager Fantilia's strategy was to create civil strife, then let it consume the Xianzhou from within. She wanted to use the Arbor to disseminate the power of the Plague's author, and turn the Luofu into a hell of undying abominations.
That is clear to me now. Friends of the Astral Express, I have brought someone with me whom I think you'll be eager to see.
Huh? Is that... Don Hung? You are Don Hung, right? What's with the horns?
It's a long story, March. It's me.
So, you do have secret strength.
Let us save such reminiscence for later, shall we? My astral guess. When you first appeared on the Luofu, your stated aim was the resolution of the Stellaron crisis. I was concerned that the Stellaron hunters harbored ulterior motives and refused your offer. I see now that I was overly anxious. Nevertheless, it is true that the motives of the Stellaron hunters were not what they appeared. In order that the Express and the Xianzhou fight side by side, Kafka lured you here and broadened the scope of the crisis. In doing so, she succeeded in making it clear that your sincerity is beyond doubt. The Luofu is in your debt, and I have no right to seek further assistance from you. However, as Lady Fu has explained, the appearance of Phantilia means that the situation is far from under our control. As General of the Luofu, it would be foolish of me not to ask Don Hong and the rest of you for your strength at this critical moment.
Even if the crisis on the Luofu had nothing to do with the Stellaron, I would be willing to help. But I can't speak for the other members of my crew. Explore, understand, establish, and connect. As the crew of the Express, that's the Trailblaze creed we follow. Still, when the journey gets tough, those words can feel far off. Fear, risk, enemies, and death are the obstacles we face in pursuit of the creed. That's why the nameless who are able to stay the course number few indeed. Whether our destination lies before us or behind us, the decision is ours to make. Here, as on the Express, every vote counts.
Don Hung?
Thank you, Don Hong.
How am I still one of the nameless? I stand here at the mercy of others without true freedom to speak. But as a descendant of the Vidyadhara, I will fulfill my duty to the Luofu.
Great! Everyone's just as heroic as when they arrived. So, what's the master plan, General?
There is no master plan, only a bet. A bet on the senior Vidyadhara's incomplete exuviation charm, and on Dong Hong's ability to access the memories of the High Elder.
High Elder?
When the Rainbow Arbiter severed the Ambrosial Arbor, remnants of the curse of the plague's author lingered. In order to make the stemming of those remnants a possibility, the Luofu invoked the power of the Scions of Permanence. Under the direction of the High Elder, the Vidyadhara guided the waters of the ancient sea to flood the Scale Gorge waterscape delve and contain the Arbor. To commemorate this magnificent feat and sacrifice, the Alliance erected the Dragon Vista Rain Monument, a Vidyadhara statue.
Oh, it looks so much like Don Hong. I wonder if... the statue... is that... Don Hong's brother?
I see why you might think so. These events occurred a long time ago. Yet successive generations of High Elders have not differed greatly in their appearance. That is, until the current generation. The most recent successor did not inherit the same level of power, and their appearance is that of a child. Do you understand, Don Hong? Since Dong Feng perished, the Luofu Vidyadhara have no longer had an individual capable of performing such feats. But you, who once kept watch over the arbor, should be able to open a way through to that great tree. What happens next is in your hands. Has coming here triggered your memory? Release your full potential. The power you carry is the key to opening a way through to the ambrosial arbor.
I knew you'd come. When we first mentioned the Xianzhou, there was a sad look in your eyes. They may have banished you, but the Luofu is still your home. You're a member of the Express crew, Dan Heng. Let's settle this matter as soon as possible. Our journey doesn't end here.
You scared the heck out of me! For a second I thought you'd annoyed the general. It seemed like you were his prisoner. There I was, thinking up a plan to kidnap you. And it turns out the two of you are old buddies. So, what made you suddenly decide to come down from the Express? Aw, how sweet. But Mr. Yang and I have been holding our own. We're pretty much Xianzhou heroes at this point. Anyway, it's great to have you with us, Dan Heng.
Imbibitor Lunay's reincarnation. Dong Hong, correct? I've heard your name before. Your name was only erased from the public eye. But as the Master Diviner, I know, and should know, all the records of years gone by. Such archives are of great importance in times of need. I was not born in the heroic and extraordinary era of the High Cloud Quintet. To have seen those legends with my own eyes. Your appearance closely matches the depiction in the annals. Does Vidyadhara reincarnation really entail a complete transformation? A new life?
据雷霆的巨响，摇撼心魂激荡，惊涛骇浪，身后鲜血滚烫，淬炼出张牙锋芒，我一生的星光，在领域重任之上。用疼痛守住我。
The annals mention that Scale Gorge waterscape was once the location of Dragon Palace. Small wonder. Look at all these submerged structures.
I was fortunate enough to be here during the Shuhu upheaval period. I witnessed this place in its prime. An age passed. The palace was left in ruins, and the Vidyadhara used their sacred homeland to imprison the Arbor. The Luofu and the Xianzhou are greatly indebted to them. Lady Fu.
Here, General.
Remain here. Lead the Cloud Knights in defense of this passage. We must prevent further incidents.
Jingyuan. General, are you planning to face Vantilia alone?
I wouldn't say so. I'll be counting on a few friends for support.
General, don't cast us aside. We're willing to go with you.
Yes, General. We may not be the mightiest force, but it's our duty as Cloud Knights to protect the Xianzhou. How can we let Outworlders face the danger while we stay behind the lines? With your permission, sir, allow me to lead the way.
I understand your sentiments, soldiers. But the adversary ahead of us is not an abomination of abundance. They are a Lord Ravager of the Antimatter Legion. Crossing this line will bring you into the conflict between the Rainbow Arbiter and the Ruin Author. You have a more important duty. Cloud Knights, attention! After I enter the Ambrosial Arbor, and if the seawater returns to its original state, you must withdraw immediately and seal off the delve once more. The Master Diviner will lead you.
Yes, General!
Lady Fu, if I am unable to return, I entrust you with the important task of relaying the full account to the other Xianzhou ships.
I trust you will be here to reissue the order in person. But whatever the outcome, I will do as you command and honor the mission.
Spoken like a true general.
So this is the Luofu's Ambrosial Arbor. It's my first time seeing it.
Aren't you a Cloud Knight?
Cloud Knights don't visit the Ambrosial Arbor without a reason, plus I'm new here. The Lafu's plague mark is a tree, while the Yao Qing's is a moon. I think we got the better one.
I heard that the Ambrosial Arbor shriveled and died a long time ago. How could it suddenly spring back to life and start growing again?
The influence of the Stellaron. There's no time for explanations. We must return to the Ten Lords Commission. I'm wounded. I need your assistance in getting there. Once we get to Starskiff Jetty, you can go your separate ways.
Well, there's nothing else for it. We're duty-bound to help the Ten Lords Commission. Wait for us! You're the first Ten Lords Commission judge I've met. What do you guys do exactly?
Our work concerns the Mara struck and the lifespans of long-life species.
Oh, hopefully you'll be the last one I meet for a while then. Authorized personnel only. This chamber is... how do you pronounce it?
Sacrosanct. It means this place is important.
You sure know a lot, Mr. Locha.
You are too kind, miss. For one thing, I don't recognize that thing on the painting.
That's something I do know. It's an Arumaton. They're service robots on the Xianzhou.
Be careful, everyone.
You can fight it, or rock with it!
Rules are made to be broken.
We're on a roll.
Why is there still a civilian out here?
I fear not death, for the fate of the Artisanship Commission now rests entirely on my shoulders. Not a chance! Asai, escape while you still can. There's no hope of the Cloud Knights arriving now. As darkness falleth, think not what is just. To this old man entrust your hopes. You must.
Don't try to be a hero.
Asai, since when were you able to speak?
Hey, do I sound like a dog to you?
No! My apologies, miss. No wonder I was confused. I never installed a human speech module in the little guy. No. But what is the meaning of this? I'm the only one left here. The apprentices all fled. You should probably do the same.
You just said there's no hope of the Cloud Knights arriving. I happen to be a Cloud Knight. Wouldn't you call this a timely arrival? Come with us for now. I'll take care of things here later.
That won't do. As a senior artisan, I can't just abandon my post.
Looks like we're gonna have to resort to unconventional methods. Are you gonna come with us willingly? Or do I have to ask the guy behind me to carry you in his white death box?
Can you give me a moment to consider those options?
Now! Move it!
Miss Cloud Knight, Why did the General send you out here all alone?
The extent of the disaster means the Cloud Knights are short on manpower. But don't worry, I'll keep you safe.
What was that?
This is a few more steps and we're at the main gate. Thank you for escorting me. We must go our separate ways.
It's just a few steps away. You're not leaving with us?
Everyone has their duties and obligations. From the day I joined the Artisanship Commission, I've been taking care of the ins and outs of its operations without a day's rest. And today is no exception. The apprentices fled, as they should have. But I cannot let them see their master flee from peril. This is as far as I go with you. I must see what more I can do for the Artisanship Commission.
Master Gongshu.
No use in trying to talk me out of it, young miss. This old man cherishes his life. He won't do anything rash. On your way now.
Everyone has their duties. Let's go.
It doesn't look like it wants to let us through. Do you think if I yell at it could scare it off?
I doubt that. I think Atsai is the only one here still taking orders from people.
Any ideas?
I've got one. Bring it down.
You know, you're getting less silent and more deadly by the minute. Sounds good. Let's get it.
Here to turn it up!
Wow! Stay calm. Please, and... victory!
Commencing classification. Criminal.
Keep up! You can fight it, or rock with it!
Here, try this!
Let's rock!
I think something bit me. Deep breath. My turn.
Lower your weapon.
Rules are made to be broken.
Let's rock!
So, are judges all loners? You don't seem to have any backup.
Judges of the Ten Lords Commission have always acted independently, each carrying out their duty in solitude. However, I have a younger sister. You remind me of her. There's the star skiff. The rebirth of the Ambrosial Arbor was bound to bring calamity. The Cloud Knights must be at the Alchemy Commission, next to the Arbor. You should head the same way. Thank you for ensuring my safety on this journey. I will report this good deed to the Ten Lords. And if the opportunity arises, I will return the favor.
We're glad we could help. She mentioned the Cloud Knights were at the Alchemy Commission. I should find a ship and regroup with my unit. What about you?
You want to stay here? No, the Artisanship Commission isn't safe enough. How about this? I'll escort you and Mr. Locha a little further.
We are most grateful, Miss Sushang.